Hi, John Dobis from Forbes, live here at the Money Show San Francisco, talking to Bob Carlson, editor of Retirement Watch. You've been doing this for years. I remember talking to you like in the early 00s.
Yep, well over 20 years now, getting near 30.
So not a bad topic demographically speaking. You got a lot of people who are in or about to be retired. You talk about this concept of the new rules of retirement. What's new?
Well, quite a bit has changed from the traditional World War II of retirement. You're getting less support from employers, less support from government. A lot of the government programs are being means tested as your income goes up. You get higher taxes or lower benefits. Of course, the investment world has changed. You have very low interest rates. It used to be you could live off money from CDs and treasury bonds.
I would have loved to have retired in 1980.
Yeah, if you do that now, you're not gonna have much money at all.
Be eating rice and ramen for the rest of your life.
And then the Medicare, all the health care expenses, long-term care, all that has changed quite a bit. So people who haven't kept up with that area of insurance markets, they're going to have a lot of problems.
So someone who is, let's say, late 50s, on the horizon, they see the retirement coming. You know, is there a checklist? You know, things like, hey, did I get my Medicare supplement? Do I need to do that? Or a long-term care policy? Or am I so loaded it doesn't matter? Or what kind of thinking should someone be doing who's in maybe the last decade of their working career?
Well, they first want to, what kind of standard of living do you want in retirement? You know, don't go by these formulas that say you're going to spend 80% of your pre-retirement income in retirement. It varies from individual to individual. Some people spend a lot more, at least in their first few years of retirement. Some people spend the same or less. So decide what standard of living you want, how much that's going to cost, and then look at what your sources of income are going to be. Are they going to meet up, or are you going to have to lower your standard of living a bit, make some adjustments? So first get that in order. Figure out how you want to live in retirement. Also look at your non-financial activities. Many people get in retirement, they get depressed because they haven't decided how they're going to fill their time. So look at the financial activities as well, or the non-financial activities. And then after that, you start looking at the more detailed things. Where are you going to get your health care? What kind of insurance you're going to need? Things of that nature. That can come a little later, but first make sure your income and expenses are close to matching up, and how you're going to spend your time.
As far as portfolio allocations go, bonds, people have predicted their demise for a long time. The interest rates go up, the value of bonds goes down. What kind of a role do you think bonds still play in an investment portfolio for somebody in retirement?
Well, bonds are still a diversifier, but they're not the sure bet they've been since 1982. So people need to be more careful because, first of all, if you buy bonds, your income initially is not going to be much, and your principal could go down if rates normalize. I don't think we're going to get back to long-term average rates for quite some time, but they're probably going to be going up more than they're going to be going down. So one option for people is money that you would have put in bonds or bond funds. You can buy a deferred annuity from an insurance company. It'll pay you basically the interest rate that intermediate corporate bonds pay, but the principal is going to be fixed and guaranteed. So if rates go down, you won't get those capital gains, but that seems to be a low probability event, rates going down. And if rates do go up, that interest rate you're receiving on that annuity each year, it's going to be bumped up as well. It's going to change each year.
Bob Carlson talking the new rules of retirement.